Hello, third grade. Hi, I am very happy to be here with you one more time. Today we are going to be talking about the conflict in a story, el conflicto de una historia. Y no hay una buena historia sin un buen conflicto, ¿verdad que sí? So we are on page 256. We are on page 256, 256, where it says reading and learning. And at the top, the title is The Conflict in a Story. Okay? So, what is a conflict? Okay? What do you think is a conflict in a story? Okay? ¿Qué es un conflicto en una historia? Let's see. It says a conflict is a struggle between two forces. Okay? Es una batalla entre dos fuerzas. Okay? That's a conflict. It is the basis for every story ever written. Okay, así que es la base para cualquier historia escrita en cualquier momento. The conflict can occur among people, puede ocurrir entre personas, a misunderstanding between friends, un malentendido entre amigos, or against nature, o en contra de la naturaleza. A fishing boat in a storm at sea, and that reminds me of a book that I used to read when I was in junior high school, maybe. I don't remember that it was called The Old Man and the Sea. And it was a fishing boat in a storm at sea. Society, la sociedad, a person against a community, una persona en contra de la comunidad. Or personal traits, shyness or fear. También pueden ser características personales como la timidez o el miedo, ¿ok? Examples, vamos a ver esos ejemplos. People, the boy and his father have a disagreement. Nature, the ground begins to crack because it hasn't rained. Society, one earthworm decides to work even though the rest have agreed to stop working. Or personal trait, and look who's here. This is Toby interrupting me. Oh, baby. Sorry for that. Personal traits. An earthworm is so scared of the ball that he faints, ¿ok? Así que te dan esos 4 tipos de conflicto y 4 ejemplos. Con personas, the boy and his father, again, have a disagreement, tienen un malentendido el papá y el niño. Nature, the ground begins to crack because it hasn't rained. La tierra comienza a abrirse porque no ha llovido, está muy seca. Society, one earthworm decides to work even though the rest have agreed to stop working. Sociedad, ¿verdad? Este único gusano decidió trabajar a pesar de que el resto habían decidido no trabajar. Or personal traits, pueden ser también características personales como la timidez, el miedo. En este caso dice, an earthworm is so scared of the ball that he faints. Hay un gusano que está tan temeroso de el toro que se desmaya. Okay? Now, let's work on page 257. Let's work on page 257. It says, mark the sentence that best describes the type of conflict in the story, the ball and the earthworms. Okay? Vamos a marcar qué tipo de conflicto hay en esta historia que acabamos de leer, the ball and the earthworms. It is a conflict between people and nature. It is a conflict between nature and itself. It is a conflict between nature and society? Or is it a conflict between a person and his personal traits? Let's see, what do you think? ¿Qué tú piensas? ¿Es un conflicto entre personas y la naturaleza? ¿Es un conflicto entre la naturaleza y ella misma? ¿Es un conflicto entre la naturaleza y la sociedad? ¿O es un conflicto entre una persona y sus características personales? What would you say? ¿Qué tú dirías? What would you say this conflict is about? I would say between nature and itself. Okay, between nature and itself. And we could also think that it is between people and nature, but the main conflict was not about the farmer and his son with the earthworms, but it was the earthworms with the bull. Okay? Are you following me? Do you think the same or do you think differently? And tell me why. Okay? Si piensas diferente, it's okay. Just tell me why. All right? Now let's do exercise number 3. Think about the last conflict you had. Okay? Piensa en el último conflicto que tú tuviste. A lo mejor fue con tu mamá, con tu hermano, con tu papá, con la maestra de inglés, por el dictado de 13 palabras. Then complete the following sentences. Yes. Before the conflict. Antes del conflicto que tuviste. ¿Qué pasó? Durante el conflicto. What happened during the conflict? After the conflict, and then the conflict was solved when? Okay, luego del conflicto y luego cuando se soluciona el conflicto. Okay, if you have any questions about this, just contact me. Remember, in exercise number 1, if you think differently of what I told you, just go ahead and mark the conflict that you believe in and just let me know. Esto es un poquito de pensamiento crítico también. Me dejas saber por qué piensas diferente, que el conflicto es entre la naturaleza y ella misma. Okay? Let me know. Bye bye. See you guys.